Hello.
Hello, Dr. Abhishek.
Anita, how are you?
How was your conference?
Hi, Abhishek.
Hi, sir.
Hello, Abhishek.
Hi, Subhashini. All good, guys. Just working. That's it. I will just give a couple of minutes for everyone. Oh, Taposhi joined today. So why no one comes on video? I understand this. See, Subhashini needs some poking. Oh, God. Dr. Julia, how are you? What is your time in Ghana right now?
I'm very good, thank you. It's 1:02 a.m.
Oh, nice. So how do you keep up at 102? Like, what do you do to keep you up until 1 o'clock in the night?
No, I sleep at 7 and set an alarm for 1 and hand over my little one to my mom.
Nice. I need to take a course on how to speak African names. I can't address some of the African names. It's becoming like, something that I overcome. I know I can pronounce Ikuchukwa. Am I right, Doc?
you try. You're getting it better every time you try. But the thing is, pronouncing the syllables exactly as close as you say it. So the difference is the way you pronounce I would be I in English, but also sometimes we say E. So that's why that IKE has turned to EK and not IK.
Okay. Ikechukwa.
Ikechukwu.
Ikechukwu. Oh, Ikechukwu.
Exactly.
So W is silent.
Sorry?
W is silent.
Not really. So when anytime you combine KWU, it pronounces ku.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, KWU, yes.
So I have someone, I don't know the name. It's on my phone. I never was able to pronounce her name. I tried it today. She took 5 minutes to roll over and then talk to me. All right. So I believe we have everyone on the call today. Still missing like few people. But Rahul, let's continue from where you dropped the bomb last time, and let's go ahead with going ahead with your celebration. I know you had a good party and you had a hangover. You did not invite us. That's okay. But tell me, Doc. So tell me about all yours for now. 10 minutes. Tell me about your story. Where are you coming from? Your educational qualifications, and not getting into details of non-related pharmacovigilance level, but anything that you did in the course. What helped you? What did not help you? How was your interview process? What were the questions asked? And where are you right now? And please don't tell about your pay, because I don't want one of us to be depressed. And just go ahead with all the other things, and let me put you on spotlight. So this is going on YouTube tomorrow.
And I'm not saying many things. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you, Abhishek, for the kind introduction. Few of them, at least I know by face and by name that having interacted with them. So that's one thing. For anyone who doesn't know me, by qualification, I'm a veterinarian. I've done my MBA, my Master of Business Law as well. And before I jumped into pharmacovigilance, I was pretty much settled into my banking life. I was doing whatever I was doing it, and thankfully I met. It's a destiny that I met Abhishek, and then he walked me through that what I was missing. So for me, when I started, it was a challenge that to leave a set pattern and set job to jump into a different industry altogether. But Abhishek, he's been a kind mentor, answering everything, even though when he was in Hawaii. I did hassle him, and there are a few of you who also do that. I know it for sure, for fact. And so when I started, I did first course that was the drug safety physician basic course. Most of you have done it or you know about it. And when we had a word, and my first job when I was just getting it, Abhishek was very clear. Rahul, just go and get your hand dirty, go and get some like kind of real time experience, because no matter how much we learn and in the class environment is entirely different, but when it comes to working experience, that's something different. So I started my marketing journey from the first course. I started somewhere in last week of August or first week of September, and by mid October I had a job. Thankfully, even at that time, I have 3 offers. I picked one where I thought the scope was good. What I did when I was going through simultaneously, I joined that. I mean, both courses are named pretty much similarly, but you will get it when I say that, like the single management, risk management, and aggregate reporting. I mean, like the next level of drug safety physician. That this is where I wanted to be. I had a little bit of my own mental block that when I asked, like, hey, I'm this, I'm not coming from this background, how to do. So, I mean, there I want to give Abhishek full point, how he took a pause, took a second, understood from where I was coming, and then helped me like, hey, these are the things you need to just forget, get it out of your mind and chug it out. These are your mental blocks. It's not going to stop you from getting a job, or it's not where he has envisioned me. Those things are not going to be a hurdle. Rather, it's going to be more additive force. So thank you very much, Abhishek, on that aspect. And then I started doing it. We did go ahead. We did finish. Meanwhile, I was already on a first job doing whatever I was doing it. And then by the time we finished signal management, risk management, it actually helped me to understand whole drug safety. The perspective was changed, because when I was just doing it as the first course, you do touch the basic elements of it. You do understand, hey, what is this? What's not there? But when you do this particular course, when you have to go through what is actually line listing, how it happens, like signal management detection, how you are doing it, what portion of signal management goes and gets applicable to the reporting section, how everything is connected, and then it makes it whole. So essentially, I feel that this particular course actually gave me that missing link, because most of us are coming from, we are not from the pharmacovigilance background. That's the reason we are in this kind of whole process where we are trying to learn something. So I understand a lot of apprehension, a lot of questions, a lot of thought process. Just we go through a lot as a student, even though we are in a phase of life coming from a several years of experience, but we are changing for whatever reason. So those apprehension, I think, just keep it aside. Then comes to marketing bit. That's really important. I understand MPS, Abhishek, everybody will help you, but I think we need to be proactive. More proactive you are, then only it will just go for it. Because right now, even when I was doing this course, I knew it very well. It was kind of surprise for me and Abhishek both. Even in December itself, the kind of offer, the kind of job placement, the market is pretty hot even now. And I don't think so any one of us needs to wait till we finish the course. I'm damn sure that Abhishek will agree with me, because once you have finished even one module, let's say risk management, kinda you have touched almost every element. Now you are going into nitty gritty, you're diving deep into it, like how you're going to do it, what it would be, how you will look. Because I asked the same question to him, because right now I'm just going for a principal signal management. It's like, hey, Abhishek, how I'm going to do it? And that was my interview prep question. Hey, Abhishek, how I'm going to do it? He just comes back to me and like, did you get a job? I'm like, not yet. It's like, when you get a job, we'll visit the question. Right now, just simply focus on getting a job, the kind of questions they're going to ask, the answers you're going to give. And I was like, fantastic. That's it. These are our pep talks. End of the question. Hey, these are the things I want, how to go about it. Rahul, remain focused. What you need to say, what you don't need to say. I'll give you my experience from my first job. I literally prepared such a lengthy, kind of, Abhishek, if you remember, it was such a lengthy introduction, and he comes and tells me like, will you leave a scope for them to ask you a question? Curtail it. Just say that, hey, by education, I'm a veterinarian. I do drug. I have just touched all the elements of drug safety from data entry to reporting. Then just take a pause, let them ask a question, and this is what happens. Because what we don't get it, we are all learned people. We are students of science. Okay, so we keep questioning ourselves unless we become perfect. Sometimes it's a good strength, but believe me, that's a drawback as well. That pulls you down. Sometimes just go with what your mentor is saying. If they say that, oh, you are ready, trust yourself that you are ready. Do believe in the judgment of the person who's seeing you from a different prism altogether. And this has helped me. This definitely helped me. And gradually you get a chance to learn on a job. You get a chance to do everything, because there will be 1 or 2 weeks of training, and most of you who has joined, you would be knowing that. And any questions, any doubts, anything, come back to. I mean, I don't think so Abhishek has shut his door to even a person who is who went through him 1 year ago. I mean, I know it for sure. I mean, like, I keep coming back to him. I just simply came and asked me, Abhishek, should I join this job? I'm not going to get into this financial aspect of it. He said, Rahul, where do you see yourself? If it works, I feel just go for it, but don't remain stuck. Learn from his own mistakes. If you remember, actually, Abhishek, he did tell that when he started, he was like 2 years, he was comfortable. He pushes us, and I think the push is in the right direction. You learn something, 3 months, 4 months, back yourself, believe in yourself, and go for it. Because most of the time, interview is not, you have to understand, they have a resume in front of you. They know you through your resume. They believe in you because they give them a benefit of doubt that they are knowing you through your resume. So don't go crazy about like, oh my goodness, what they're going to ask, because mostly these kind of interviews, they are a little less technical, pretty much straightforward question. They are more behavioral. They are more into how do you fit in a team. And as Abhishek says that, like, they just want to know that you are not a devil. You are coming, you are a human being who can fit in a team and who can hit the ball running. And now few of you might have this question that, hey, I already have done it. Like, what I'm doing in this course again. I'm here to brush up, always there to learn. And I think that's the attitude everybody should have it, because sometimes you ask a question, you learn. And so Abhishek was kind enough to kind of let me come in this particular class. And I mean, Abhishek, am I leaving anything? Do you guys make it an interactive session? Yeah, it's like, it feels like I'm interviewing you guys.
Congratulations, though. Congratulations, Rahul.
Congratulations, Rahul.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Rahul.
Rahul, yeah, that's a big leap.
Abhishek, you're on mute.
Position name right now that you got in that new job?
I mean, I'm going for principal signal management detection. Like, as a contractor, that's the word they wanted. I'm fine with it. And having said that, I've already learned the case processing and all these things. Now, this element was missing. Why not learn for it? And at the same time, I'm not going to stop over here. It was very clear when I had a word with Abhishek. He's like, hey, just go ahead, do for 2-3 months, get your hand dirty. And I'm going to still applying for it, because my aim is to get into drug safety physician position or apply for associate director. This course preps you for that. Now, how much you want to believe in yourself, it's definitely on you. And sometimes as peer, as a mentor, we can only help, we can push. That's all. But it has to come, the burning desire that, hey, you are there and you can make it. It has to come from within. And Abhishek, as a person who will be there, because pretty soon you will find him, he'll become friend. He'll come across sort of like kind of guy. And believe me, I mean, sometimes it might be coming like, sort of, Abhishek also must be thinking like, how come I just go to every interview, and most of my strike rate is so far, I think 9 out of 10. Basically, there was only one interview, and that he was asking God knows what kind of like, such questions that came back with him feedback. He was pretty cool when he said that you should have told I'll call the insurance, because my questions, they were asking me, so what will happen if you see a patient comes in an ER, is bleeding, what are you going to do? And I'm like, okay, this is not something. So it's just an experience. And the answer what he gave, I wish I would have told that recruiter then and there, but never mind. He said, like, I'll call insurance. That's the first thing I'll do. And that's the attitude. Sometimes you have to take it. So learn, try to get maximum. And I come across, whenever I speak to Abhishek, I'm the most foolish person in the room, because believe me, keep everything aside, try to gain, try to learn, and you can only learn when you're more humble and when you're ready to do it. Just listen to him. And how I prepare his interview, there are a few things I do. I don't know you guys, how you go ahead and everything, because for me, sometimes working in another bank, other jobs, this one, I almost, like, I'll be very honest that I sometimes don't get a chance always to go back and refer a video. So what I do, I record this session, like, whatever session is happening, I record it on my phone. Now I have, like, simple, everybody has Apple or whatever things you are doing it. And I be ready, like, because in every session, he will come and he will say, like, 2 minutes of verbose, what he just puts forward. If you can catch those 2 minutes of a sentence, that's it, you're done. So whenever I see that element is coming, I'll just make a note from this minute to this minute, listen, and that's what I do. Before going to every interview, that's the only thing I do. Even for this particular job, I just listen to that particular clip. 5 minutes, that was more than enough. And after that, I spoke for 5 minutes. They spoke for a good 15, 20 minutes. And they were like, no, how are you coming? When are you joining? You tell me your terms, what you do. I'm twisting. Whatever you want to do it, just do it. And you know your worth. How much you want to go for it, it's only you can decide. Abhishek can help you. He can push you forward. He can mentally prep you. So stop doubting. You guys are more learned. You guys are damn good doctors. From wherever you're coming, I don't know why you are doubting. I mean, there are people like, I'm not going to name, they are like veterinarians like me, and they're like, hey, can I do that? I was like, if I can do it, at least you are in a field. I'm coming, who left the field from 10 years ago. Believe me, when I started, and I'm being honest, I literally went and referred what is BID. Am I thinking right? If I can do that with the help, with the right amount of help and a push, I don't think so. Who among us is not better than me? I really fail to understand. It's all about attitude. And for attitude, I think you have to keep everything. Listen to this guy. Listen to what he says. He might come across sometimes, oh my goodness, he's being so bang on and straightforward. To hell with it. Just get the best of it, apply it, and go for your interview. You will shine. Having said that,
Awesome.
ask me any questions.
Thank you, Rahul.
Any questions, guys? Any questions to Rahul? No questions?
Yeah, this is what it feels like interview. Please ask me any questions and they are fine. So if
What
you
is
don't
your-
ask me question, then how the hell are you going to ask?
Okay,
Because this is
Rahul, I have a question. Yeah. How is your, like, what is your workflow? Like,
you ask this question for the sake of asking, don't you?
no.
Anyway, I'll
I just
tell you
want-
this one.
No,
okay?
like the designation you told me, like principal signal management. I want to know, like, where exactly, like, how is the group? Do you have physicians in
I
the group?
don't know
or-
yet. I have just signed the contract. I'm starting in a few days. Meanwhile, I'm still working in another CRO where there's a lot of clinical trials going. But however, what I heard from them, it's a post-marketed product. Nobody knows what's happening. At least I can take a liberty and tell you it's a vaccine, COVID vaccine, and everything is SAE because nothing is like organized. So they expect volume of data to come, volume of things to hit. So essentially, like, filter it out, more like a communication, managing a team, and fill a bridge between even the client and whatever the other side of it. This is.
Right. So let me stop this recording.
Got it. Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you. Really, that was seriously something that